It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Okay, ready? Chop alert, chop alert. Check, Bobcat, go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60.
Richardson to throw off play action. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Well, the Colts at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
2nd and 6.
Free.
Watkins in motion left. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, they needed 2. They can only get 1. 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Richardson going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Chris TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. You look at this Colt defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
In motion right is Pittman. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Richardson off the play fake. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Panther 60! Panther 60!
1st and 10, Taylor now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Broncos. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got Watkins on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
On the ready.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
For the Colts field goal, a 56-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hurts throwing complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Flushed out right. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Hey, check that.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
65 cat. Warriors 70. Ready?
Richardson looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Riggs. 70 Lions. 19 tight. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Ready.
Richardson out of the shotgun. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On first down, Hurts eluding the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 73.
Throwing is Hurts. Get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
Ready. Liking 18.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Trap 50, trap 60. 19 Lions.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Check smash, 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
60 Maverick, 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger, go street. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Colts. Quez Watkins, 81 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw. Smith catches left side. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Check it.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Mustang 19. Go.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down at the 28. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now Hurts changing up the play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now 2nd and 6.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Dragon 60. Ready?
Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Elliott Good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They run once more with Taylor.
Shrugs him off. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Richardson on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
3rd and 12. Hurts.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. Ready.
On third down, here's Richardson.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Richardson. That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quez Watkins.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
It's caught at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An impressive punt return of 76 yards.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. And now once again, the Colts will go for 2.
Richardson will throw for it.
Out to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Swift again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1 yard line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal?
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. A big play there for Indy. 64 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Brings up second and goal.
They go play action with Richardson.
And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This likely a must-have, third and goal. Now Richardson.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And finally taken down at the 34.
99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Once again, it's Swift.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Swift.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll run with Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Oh, it's Silver, ready? Silver, set.
They will run it with Swift here.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Brings up second and 19 at the 47-yard line.
Richardson to throw on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Great. Set.
Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.